Tropical storm Gordon is now blamed for at least one death.
Gordon made landfall in Dauphin Island, Alabama last night before hitting the mainland just west of the Alabama-Mississippi border. A child was killed in Pensacola, Florida, after the limb of an oak tree crashed down on a mobile home. Manuel Bojorquez is outside that home in Pensacola. Manuel, good morning.
Good morning. You can see behind me where this tree sliced through the family's home just as Tropical Storm Gordon was coming ashore here along the Florida Panhandle. This morning here in Pensacola, we still had heavy bands of rain moving through. And even though the storm did not reach hurricane status, it still caused all kinds of problems along the Gulf Coast. Overnight, Tropical Storm Gordon lashed the Gulf Coast, bringing driving rain and powerful winds of 70 miles an hour to 3 states. The brunt of the storm slammed Dauphin Island, Alabama, where forceful gusts toppled trees, flooded buildings, ripped apart billboards, and sent large waves crashing along the shore.
We better get around this quickly before it gets any worse.
Earlier on the island, home to fewer than 1,300 people, a strong storm surge flooded streets, leaving roads impassable. Flooding remains the biggest threat for millions of Americans as the storm moves inland. Up to a foot of rain is expected in some areas, and that could produce flash flooding. For some, the damage is done. This boat nearly collapsed due to violent wind gusts. And here in Pensacola, a young child was killed when a large limb from an oak tree fell on this mobile home. Crews there worked through the night, and after a few hours, were able to recover the body. The storm will weaken to a tropical depression today, but that does not mean that the threat of additional damage or flooding is over. In fact, as it moves north, the threat of isolated tornadoes remains. Gayle?
All right. Thank you, Manuel.